No, there is not a filter on this. I'm just naturally glowing. Have you heard the rumor in St. Petersburg? Not in St. Petersburg, on Broadway. There's always that question people like to ask you as a 90s kid / millennial of what is your favorite Disney movie? And I like to respond to them saying that my favorite animated movies from the 90s is not actually in fact a Disney movie. Oh really? Was it like Thumbelina or something? No. Secret of Nim? No, but it was a Don Bluth movie. It's not Pebble and the Penguin, is it? Oh god, no. Actually, it's Anastasia. Isn't that a Disney movie? No. I'm pretty sure that's a Disney movie. I mean, I'm pretty sure Anastasia's a Disney princess, and that's usually as far as they get before I get them into a chokehold onto the floor and grab a pen and stab their eyes out. So imagine my combination of absolute delight and complete utter terror when I discovered that they were making a stage production based on the movie. And then announced on April 15th that they will be in fact releasing the Broadway production in the 2016-17 season. What? I'm having mixed feelings. Now, obviously, I did not make the movie, but I still consider Anastasia as kind of my little Herculean baby. And I'm really worried that you're going to try and suck all the strength out of it. This is not a good symbol to use when you're talking about babies. So I decided to do my research on a millennial's best friend, Wikipedia. But I also looked at articles and interviews of the creators and many other things. So I'm not completely uninformed. So I'm gonna help inform both of us through this process, and so that I can create opinion and help you create opinions of your own. Because my goodness, if you screw up Anastasia the Musical, I'm going to fly over to Broadway and wring your little necks. Metaphorically, because I'm poor and also I'm actually a very nice guy. So let's get this over with. Now the first issue that arose with this was adaptation. Can you make an animated feature that's only like an hour and a half long go into a musical theatre media? Because as we can see with Disney Broadway productions, they can do it either really, really well or really, really badly. And I'm really hoping that Anastasia becomes a Lion King and not a Little Mermaid. Sorry. You got some great songs, but apart from that. And also, whilst there are some things that are probably from the original animated movie that you would interpret really well onto the stage, for example, Once Upon a December sequence, other sequences like the demons going up and destroying the bridge may not be possible on the stage. So, you know, you have to be very forgiving as well. And by the looks of things, it looks like they've made the plot more political, like in the original 1950s movie and the whole history of it, rather than the animated features like adventure and, you know, I'm with kids, we need to have bright flashing lights. The next thing I want to talk about is the cast. This was one of the main tipping points for me, because my goodness, if you chose the wrong people, I would get so mad in my room and not able to do anything about it. But I would still be like, there'd just be so much disappointment. First of all, Rasputin's not in it, and neither is Bartok. You can see why they did it. Because A, animal sidekicks are really hard to do on the stage and make it look believable. I mean, imagine Hank Azaria in a white bat suit. I mean... But also, like the previously mentioned Demon Bridge, necromancy is very hard to portray on the stage. Instead, they have introduced a Chekist secret police officer called Gleb Vaganov, who, according to some interviews that I've read, is meant to represent the communist regime. Because communists don't like the idea that Anastasia is still alive. Now, as someone who thoroughly studied the Romanov family in modern history back in school, because it was one of my favorite subjects, I'm okay with that. But still, I'm trying very hard to imagine how In the Dark of the Night's going to be sung by a communist party. Or it could be really awesome, I don't know. But more importantly, let's talk about the cast. First of all, Christy Altomare is playing the lead role of Anya, or the Grand Duchess Anastasia, and Derek Klena is playing Dmitri. First of all, I know about Derek Klena's work. My goodness, that is like perfect casting choice. Christy. Now, Christy Altomare, I had not actually heard. So imagine my delight when I actually found that Derek Klena and Christy Altomare previously starred in Carrie the Musical, based on that horror movie. And not only that, there was a duet. And so I got to hear both of them singing, and I'm now totally okay with that because her voice actually perfectly suits the Liz Calloway sound that was the original Anastasia. And maybe, I don't know, I haven't seen her acting, so I don't know. But I'm a music person, so I don't care if the acting sucks, it's just as long as the characters are well created and the singing's great. Mary Beth Pale playing the Dowager Empress, Manuel Feliciano playing Gleb Vaganov as the previously mentioned substitute, John Bolton as Vladimir, and Caroline O'Connor as Lily. Which makes a little part of me die inside a little bit because I really, really wish they had brought back Bernadette Peters and Kelsey Grammer. Like, my goodness, that would be amazing. They would be perfect age for those characters, and that was an opportunity missed. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just have that strike against you for the rest of my days. But ultimately, the cast is showing promise, and I'm totally okay with that. Now, for the third most important thing, and the last thing I'm going to talk about, is the music. Last minute research is the best research. I mean, that's basically what helps me through school. For this journey to the past. The music is not only going to be written by two people who originally wrote the songs for the movies, Lynn Ahrens and Stephen Flaherty. I'm okay with that. That's good. That's probably best foundation. And not only are the 6 original songs from the movie coming back, which again, I'm going to be interested. But also, they're going to be writing, I think, 16 new songs? Yes. At this point, with the information that we're given, I'm pretty sure they haven't changed much about the original songs. And hopefully, because of the fact that it's written by the original people who did the songs for the movie, basically all I can give right now is fingers crossed. So, concluding thoughts. I think that this is going to be okay. With the incessant boom of screen-to-stage musicals that have been coming out for the past 10 years, we've seen a lot of great stuff, and we've seen a lot of really, really just lower than crap. And whilst I am an Australian young adult who's really, really poor, and the odds of me going over to Broadway anytime soon to see this is very minimal, sadly. Nonetheless, I am still happy that Anastasia the Musical looks like it's in good hands, and I'm hoping, just hoping, that it holds the enchantment, the beauty in the music, the amazing characters, and the excitement, and the politics, and everything that made the original animated movie just great. Even though ultimately, in my opinion, in the scheme of things, doesn't matter, please don't ruin this musical for me. I love it too much, okay? Anyway, if you want more of these type of videos or just some more creative ideas, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, a subscribe, all that jazz, and I still don't know how to end these videos. They call me Bartok the Magnificent. I watched that movie a bit too much.